The views, takes and opinions expressed on this show are of the host's own and do not represent the views, takes and opinions of the Main Event Mark, PWPH Wrestling Network and its affiliates. Material and sources mentioned in this episode is for general and commentary purposes only. This episode might include strong language and may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Stay safe and stay wrestle everyone. Welcome to the Main Event Mark.
Hello, check. It's time for the main event. And we're back. 2 weeks hibernation, sorts of. Guys, if you're wondering why I decided to do some sorts of hibernation, wala lang, bakit ba? So magpahingi, bakit ba? I just wanted to rest for myself, for the God's sake. Nag-release ako ng episode few days ago regarding, I think I reviewed Full Gear. yeah. And that was the most embarrassing pay-per-view that I reviewed on this show. It might be. Or meron na sigurong papalit. Eto. So, if you guys are wondering, guys, I'm going to do a 2 weeks of review on few episodes. I think that might be 3. So, I'll review AEW on this week or this episode. And if you want to listen on my WWE takes, you can listen to the next episode. And then, on that episode, it will be include Saturday Night Main Event, War Games, and also Deadline. Kani mga takes ko about the development on Netflix at yung mga bagay-bagay pa, I will address that on that upcoming episode. I'll record that sooner than later. But for now, let's start with AEW. So, I'm not gonna glance again. Guys, ito lang sinasabi ko palagi. Thank you very much always and always, guys, for listening on this show. Alam yung namimiss ko kayo. At the same time, namimiss ko rin mag-podcast kasi for some reasons, hindi naman dahil gusto ko magpahinga talaga, no? Pero namimiss ng katawan ko mag-podcast and it's season of giving. So why not I'm going to give you guys a few episodes before we close the year. And after ng World's End, siguro we can do the Bash Awards 2024. Hindi naman siya sobrang kalakihan kumpara ng mga nakaraang taon. Pero we're going to do a different Bash Awards this year. Kasi ang main focus natin is on the PWPH Awards. So guys, if you want to vote by the way on our PWPH Awards, yung ating prelude, we're going to determine top 20 matches that we're going to vote on PWPH Awards 2025. And if you want to vote, may link po dyan sa description of our itong episode na to, tsaka yung mga succeeding episodes until the 31st of December. So, continue tayo, guys. Meron lang tayo news bits that we need to address. May mga kumakalat kasing posts about Rey Mysterio Sr. na mini-mislead as Rey Mysterio Jr., the one who still active as we speak. We will talk about more of him on the next episode, by the way. Pero hindi po ako matatawa dito. Rey Mysterio Sr. passed away in the age of 66. We got the details from AAA. It's been confirmed. It's official. The death of Rey Mysterio Sr. has been confirmed. And I hope, guys, 2024 na. May nakikita akong mga posts sa Facebook, sa kung saan pa. Guys, wag po tayo magpa-mislead. Hindi po si Rey Mysterio na active yung namatay. Yung Rey Mysterio pong mas matanda. Yung tiyuhin niya yung namatay. Para lang po sa kaalaman nyo, PWPH Wrestling Network and everyone in the community are condoling with the family and friends and fans of Rey Mysterio Sr. So, before we do things here, let's do some plugs. Kasi na-miss ko rin mag-plug dito sa show ko. So, please follow and support the show on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. Kahit hindi na active yung iba dyan, I hope you can still support the show at the main event Mark PW. Yung X, parang hindi ko na talaga kayang i-handle yung X. Kasi buwisit na ako kay Elon Musk. Kahit yung main account ko, yung AG Pinera, hindi ko na kayang i-handle. Hindi naman dahil sa wala akong pakialam sa Twitter or ayoko na magpa-cesspool sa Twitter. Pero I'm getting sick and tired of Twitter at this point. Yun, sa totoo lang, I'm getting sick and tired of my Twitter. Parang gusto ko na nga lang i-deactivate yung Twitter ko. Or both of the Twitter accounts, parang gusto ko na siya i-deactivate for good. Pero for this show, hindi ko siya i-deactivate. Ito lang yung dahilan para mabuhay yung Twitter ko. For God's sake. Tsaka para makakuha rin ng photos na pwede natin gamitin for our shows going forward. Follow the show on all of the social media platforms at Main Event Mark PW. Thank you very much again, guys, for supporting the show every now and then. Promise, guys, sa buong linggo na to hanggang matapos ang taon, we're going to return on a lot of episodes. Magkakaroon tayo ng sandamakmak na episodes. And then after January 2025, pabalik na po tayo sa normal natin, 1 to 2 episodes per week. Yan na yung aking promise sa inyo, guys. Naiwan ako, pasensya na, guys. Nagpahinga rin ng sarili ko, pinahinga ko rin ang boses ko. Kaya nawala yung show ng ilang linggo. Mahabang distance yun. From November, after ng War Games, nanood ako, by the way, sa viewing party ng The Wrestling Podcast. Again, I would love to give a shout out on them because the viewing party was really good on that day. Yan, it was really good. And I really love the fans who is actually chanting at the same time. Pero why I'm talking about WWE on this episode? This is supposedly an episode about AEW. Again, my name is Angelo Penera. Mamaya na ako mag-rambling on different things sa iba pang mga episodes ko this week. So, let's start with AEW Dynamite. Pasadahan na natin tong winter is coming kasi wala naman akong pakialam sa tournament na yan. So, konti lang mapapasada ko. So, Adam Cole defeated Kyle O'Reilly. This is a match that no one deserves to win. Eto, guys, seryoso. This is a match that I think, in my honest opinion, wala pong deserve manalo, wala rin pong may deserve. Ulamaban kay MJF. MJF at this point is just a shell of his past. Hindi ko na maalala yung MJF na sobrang active, siguro dahil rin sa mga katarantaduang pinaggagawa niya very recently. Hindi ko alam or namamalikmata lang ako. Pero is this still the MJF we used to watch? Kasi parang namamalikmata ako eh. Parang may something na ganong factor na namamalikmata ako. Every time I watch AEW Dynamite since this Death Riders thing started, ewan ko, parang nag-lukewarm yung show, nag-lukewarm din yung pag-release ko ng episodes. As in, guys, sobrang walang hiya. This show literally killed me for good. And I'm glad na buhay pa ako. I'm glad that I am still speaking here in front of you guys, for God's sake. And I'm glad that my plastic bag on my head was removed days after that. Pero anyways, guys, Adam Cole beating Kyle O'Reilly in a match that I think no one deserves to win. No one deserves to fight another match for that MJF Diamond Ring. That I think it should be retired at this point because it doesn't make sense anymore on the picture. MJF is no longer active. MJF is winning this match. Let's face it. Adam Cole is not winning on this match. If Adam Cole wins, then what's the point of the feud? What's the point of the return? What's the point of his whole thing that we are getting right now? It doesn't make sense now. So, what's with the bullshit that we are getting right now? Right? Then, as usual, John Moxley and Pac versus Jay White and Pockets. Personally, guys, I didn't like the idea that we're getting a four-way between Moxley, Hangman, Jay White, and Pockets. Just because Pockets literally lost his last match. Literal na tinalo lang siya ni John Moxley on their last pay-per-view. And then Jay White, I don't think he deserves a title shot. Hangman is. But Hangman doesn't deserve a title match versus this unhinged Moxley. I don't think he will. Or I don't think he deserves it. Kasi this literally killed the momentum of this John Moxley thing. And let's face it, guys, no one cares about fucking match. No one cares about this stable. No one cares about this whole thing. So why we are still experimenting bullshit like this? I don't think this is still working. I don't think this will last for a shorter period of time. I don't think Moxley drops the title either. So, sobrang nakakatawang isipin na 2 years ago, if I'm going to say things like this, there are some AEW fans will come at me saying na, eto na naman si main event, kala mo naman, hindi ka naman wrestling, hindi ka naman kayfabe cafe para magsalita ng ganyan. Wala ka naman karapatan magsalita about mga matches na to. Fan ka lang naman. Shut up! Alam mo kasi, the problem with AEW and its coexisting booking that they're calling match of the year and bangers of the year, ang hindi ko mag-gets why we are still dealing with this. Nakoma ako nung October, hindi ako nakapag-release ng maayos ng episode sa kabila. Hindi rin ako nakapag-release ng episodes dito ng padalwa-dalwa. Nakoma rin ako dahil sa putangin ng to. Putangin ng storyline na to. And now, I don't get what in the hell John Moxley is now dealing with. John Moxley thinks that he is that dude, no? John Moxley is not that dude, and definitely not my dude. Definitely not the dude, and definitely not the dude I wanted to be idolized. I don't think John Moxley deserves to be champion until the end of the year. I don't think John Moxley deserves to be champion hanggang maganap yung putang inang show sa Australia. Na by the way, nag-shrink. Nyari. It's because AEW is on a fucking decline. Nyari. Wala na nga broadcast rights sa Australia. Pinagpipilitan nyo pa din na magkaroon ng shows overseas. WWE in 2025 is moving to Netflix except in the Philippines. Tapos, ngayon, AEW is now trying to shoot some broadcast rights na iiwanan ng WWE. And, nakuha na nila yung Mexico. Mexico is such a big deal, no? Kasi they used to air WWE, lalo na nung nasa Fox pa sila. And then now, it's now occupied by AEW. Good thing? Maybe. Long term, I don't think so. India, Ito sa India naman, I'll talk about this a lot on the community chats and also on the GCs sa PWPH. Guys, tandaan nyo, tatlong malalaking broadcast rights ang malalagas sa WWE once this Netflix deal commerced next month. Number one, ito na nga, nangyari na yung sa Mexico, nawala na yung broadcast rights nila with Fox Sports Mexico. Number two, TNT Sports. TNT Sports is the second biggest sports broadcaster in the United Kingdom. And they also has this mechanism na kayang makuha yung fandom. And ang laki din ng broadcast deals nito eh. They have the NBA, they also have the UFC, and isa pa, 50-50 na ang partnership or yung JV between Warner Bros. Discovery and also yung BT Sport. They used to be the BT Sport. Number 3, India. So India is going to lose mahigit milyones na viewers kasi pinili nilang tanggalin sa TV ang Netflix, tanggalin sa TV ang WWE at i-move na ng tuluyan sa Netflix. Just for context, si WWE, the home of WWE in India, let's compare it as Shaq TV. No? Sony India is the second biggest broadcaster of sports in India. And it's the home of the WWE since 2002. And now, nangyari na yung merger between Jio and Disney Star India. Malaking possibility na it's either Star Sports, Sports 18, or Sony India mapunta ang AEW rights. Hindi naman sila magtsatsaga sa Eurosport. Yung Eurosport, 10% lang ng viewers ng Sony yung nakukuha nila. And I'm not sure if everyone is still watching AEW on that country. In India, sa WWE perspective, alam nyo bang milyones ang nanonood ng mga PLEs nila? Given na yun. Kasi laki ng India, di ba? Pero imagine AEW is on Sony India, yung iiwanan ng WWE. And then, they are going to Netflix. Just for context also, Netflix is not the dominating platform in India. No? So, medyo bummer din yon for some people in India. Na India is getting the WWE rights from the number 2 sports network in India region to the third biggest one. Netflix is not that big there. It's like smaller pond kumpara sa mga alam nating networks dito. At saka hindi naman sobrang dominating ng Netflix sa India. Nagdo-dominate pa lang. Pero it doesn't mean that they are the number 1 there. So, it's a really interesting development. Na-report na to ni Dave Meltzer, I think it was October, that I don't want to take this shit word from Dave, but it might happen na if all of the WWE rights na napakalaki sa India or sa UK, gaya ng examples ko, AEW might take it and it might decline. Kasi hindi naman established ang AEW in their respective countries. So, ba't kung pagtsatsagaan yung product, di ba? So, yun lang yan eh. If we talk about business, let's address it in a business manner. Otherwise, I don't think it makes sense to talk about it. Di ba? Yan lang yun eh. Yung WWE India, like what I said, WWE in India is very synonymous with Sony India. So losing TV is huge for them because Netflix is not the biggest network streaming service in India. It's Disney Plus Hotstar and Geo Cinema. Technically under a big company. Isa lang may-ari nun eh. 'Di ba? Tapos, ang dominating din ng Sony sa mga niche shows like football. Kumpara kasi sa cricket, yung mga football, American football, UFC, MMA, sobrang niche kasi niya as a channel. So that's why naging WWE-centric channel si Sony India. Pero going back on my shit, sabi ko nga, this 2025 is going to be an interesting year. Not only for the Netflix deal in WWE side of things, it will also be an interesting year to talk about the Netflix deal factors and how AEW will move their dice eventually on how they should take moves like just what they did doon sa Fox sa Mexico. Going back, if ito yung magiging leader ng broadcast rights dito sa Mexico, sa India, sa UK, with these big networks, I don't think they will draw. Same as what we have in the States. Even with Max, I don't think they will draw this big on Max. I don't think we're getting 1 million viewers on Max with this shit show. Mag-iimbento na naman si Dave Meltzer ng kanyang mga excuse just to defend the product. And I hate it. Everyone hates it. Pero yun nga, I'm not gonna do the Continental Classic shit again. We can talk about that on my review sa podcast for World's End. Pero Will Ospreay versus I think this was Darby. Tangina. Darby loves to murder himself, you know. Ayan, I think that was this week. Pero regardless, that was a disaster. Yun. Again, I'm skipping the Continental shit. Yung Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. Kaya ng sinabi ko nung una pa lang. Kyle versus Cole, sa match no one deserves to win. No one deserves to fight MJF or this MJF at this rate. Adam Cole, I'm really sick of him. I don't think he deserves another match with MJF. And I hope he loses. I hope MJF is losing either. Just end it there. Just end it there. Okay. So, Mariah May versus Mina Shirakawa. Let's talk about this. Mina is over as fuck. Siya lang ang bukod tanging Joshi na naging over with the AEW crowd. It's because of the booking. Isa pang factor na tong point ko na to. I'll just make my point peacefully and clearly here. AEW made me not watch Joshi wrestling. To be honest, guys, I really want to be honest on that. And sincere ako when I'm saying this. Naalala ko, I said it noong nagkaroon kami ng collab ni Troy Gonzalez of WrestleZone. And nung tagay na, I promised to him that I will try to pursue watching Joshi wrestling. Marigold is fine, but I don't think there are still some people that I can look forward sa Marigold, so I just have to skip Marigold. Stardom is the shit. To be honest, guys. Everything AEW touches, it goes to the shit lane. Again, hindi ko kayang sabihin na I hate this promotion, na ayoko sa promotion na to. Ayoko lang talaga kasi Tony Khan choked on how you should take advantage of the Joshi wrestling. Tingnan mo yung nangyari kay Emi Sakura, kay Riho, kay just to name a few na tinarantado ni Tony Khan sa TV na nag-compete din sa mga promotion na Joshi wrestlings din. Si Mina lang yung bukod tanging nabigyan ng magandang ganap na Joshi sa kahit anong company na meron sa Japan about Joshi. Isa bang thing to address, speaking of walang kwentang booking, Camille, siguro sana nagre-regret ka na pumunta ka dyan sa AEW. At this point, you should. Kasi looks like she's getting buried by Mercedes Moné and everyone doesn't care about it. And I don't care about it either. So that's why I skip right away to the main event. The match itself between Mina and Mariah May, I think this was really good. My only problem about it though, the Tony Storm return. Let's talk about it. All of the sudden, Tony Storm returned on the actions. He said that she might consider retirement or baka mag-retire na siya. And then suddenly we get this. After of this, we got some segments na parang nakalimot si Tony Storm on her past. And now she's trying to remember everything about her past. The problem is, kahit maalala niya yung past niya, parang hindi niya na maalala kung yung mga pinaggagawa niya. That's the problem. Right? Yun yung problema. Pero ang weird sa akin, na ganito yung story niya, pero naalala niya, both Mina and Tony, or Mariah din, after she interfered on that match after nun. Diba? Pero ang problema, isa pa ang problema, even Brian Alvarez already addressed this on the Observer. This shit was addressed by the viewers as appalling. Appalling. That was bullshit. Nag-return siya sa Dynamite and they let her compete on Rampage that will be canceled after of 2024. So I don't get it. So it's just annoying as fuck to see this type of booking still dominating AEW and everyone still defending it. You guys, you don't have to suck cocks at this point, and you don't deserve to suck Tony Khan's cock because of this booking. Tony Khan's booking is ruining Joshi Wrestling and even New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I feel bad for everyone who is participating into this bullshit. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but TNA is definitely better in 2024 than all of this bullshit. Naalala niyo yung sinabi ko noong nakaraang mga buwan? TNA might die because of it. Pero putang ina, this might be one of the most successful years of TNA. Except for the return of Tessa Blanchard. Ito lang guys. Si Tessa Blanchard, ang definition ko of second chances in wrestling. Agree naman ako doon. I hope lang na maging sincero siya sa mga ginagawa niya at sa magiging actions niya. Because everything might go worse on her. At gusto ko lang maging sincero siya sa tao, sa mga makakatrabaho niya. Otherwise, this is going to be nuts for her. No? And this might not go well when it comes not only to her stocks, kung hindi sa mismong promotion, TNA mismo. Especially with TNA having shows on April 27, 2025 sa LA and then sa UBS Arena for July 20. Just a weeks before the All in Texas and also yung SummerSlam after that. Ayun, so parang na-sandwich na to. But this is huge. I hope AEW won't not call this shit, and I hope TNA will definitely take advantage of this. Pero yun, Mina versus Tony, I think that was a really good match that we need to wait. Mina versus May, that was fine. That was really good. Sucks lang. Yun, final word for that week. Death Riders is still killing the ratings. Like what I said, I don't give a shit about the Continental Classic because like what I said last year, Continental Classic means absolutely nothing. And I don't think it will change. I don't think that's the case. I don't think we should address it as a good thing. Alright? I'm done with that. Let's talk about this week's Dynamite because it's a disaster. Worst disaster, according to our friends. Except for one match, Darby versus Will Ospreay. Okay. So, Mercedes Moné versus Anna Jay match. That was fine. Mercedes Moné's big points are really her skills in the ring. Her promo skills, her other abilities to do shit is just flat. Zero. Out of the window. Flat. As fuck. I don't like it. Parang what tawag dito? Parang ito yung mga matches that I don't think it will be remembered in the next couple of weeks or days. Kasi I don't think they deserve it. But this was an example of matches that was amazing. Then, let's skip that match. Nick Wayne, Christian Cage versus Hook and Katsuyori Shibata. And why we're still getting this, man. Then, another Continental Classic. Ito, sa lahat ng Continental Classic matches, ito lang yung i-acknowledge ko. Kasi ito yung sa tingin ko pinakamagandang match of the tournament so far. Will Ospreay versus Darby Allin. Even though Darby loves to kill himself, but he is killing it on purpose. And I think this was a really good match overall. But Darby pinning Will Ospreay, such a really interesting move. Actually. Sobrang interesting niya to see. Then, the main event, Death Riders, Pockets, Cassidy, and Hangman Page. This match was dumb. The match was dumb as fuck. As in, the match was dumb as fuck. I don't think we should care about it. And this storyline makes me doesn't care about this shit. Yeah. In fairness though, C2 Classics are fine. The TBS title was okay, good. And then Darby, Ospreay. Definitely my favorite match of the week. That's it. That was amazing as well. Yun lang yun. I hope we can still try to remove this storyline for good. And I don't think we deserve to give a fuck about that in 2025. Oh. Yun. Isa pang thing that I don't think we should care about for 2025. No, final battle. Mabilis lang. Pasadahan lang natin. So Jericho retained over Matt Cardona. Athena retained over Billy Starks. Both of the matches mean absolutely ridiculous bullshit, especially with the women's title match. Walang point para i-build yung match na to. After ito, wala nang saysay para magkaroon ng rematch. They buried Billy Starks literally for good. Wala nang saysay pag-usapan tong event. Sobra din naman disappointing. Jericho, usually with his antics, is just doing bad things and bad takes lately. Let's continue na lang on what I said on this thing. I hate the idea of this tournament really shitting on this shit. Eto. So before we move on, ito na yung Continental Classic scorecards so far. And I find it still ridiculous. So, standings natin. So, Kyle Fletcher gets 9 points on the Blue League. Kazuchika Okada gets 7. Shelton and Mark Briscoe gets 6. Daniel Garcia 4. Wala na. They fucked up this guy. And then Beast Mortos 0. Gold League. Lahat po ay 6 maliban kay Commander, Darby, Claudio, Osprey, Ricochet, Brody King, and Commander. And si Commander lang yung walang points. Like, what the fuck? Okay. So, Ricochet, based on this week's Dynamite, wala na. It's just fucked up. I'm not convinced on him. I liked him on Lucha Underground and NXT. His run on AEW doesn't make me convinced so far. And I'm not convinced. I didn't like it. Hindi talaga ako ma-convince. I don't know why. I don't think there are some reasons para ma-convince ako for him to be over as fuck. Pero I don't think he deserves it either. Ayun. So, yun lang yun. AEW update. By the way, guys, I checked Max. Nag-check ako ng Max just a few days ago. Yesterday to be exact. Yung Max, by the way, is only for states. May PR din sila. Di ko nababasahin kasi wala naman sa atin yun. So it doesn't make sense for me to read it. Sana antayin nyo na lang yung Max deal sa atin for AEW. So, that's it for today's episode of the show. We will talk about Saturday night's main event, War Games, deadline, Netflix deal. We will address more of the Netflix deal on this upcoming episode of the Main Event Mark podcast. As always, you can listen on this show, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the rest of the podcast platforms, and on YouTube. You can still also vote for the PWPH Awards Prelude. That's available on our link on the description below. Follow the podcast on all of the social media platforms at the Main Event Mark PW. Please support PWPH and everything what we do. Social media at PWPH Select. Our group is available also. You can join us. We're the best wrestling group in the Philippines. At wala na pong iba. So, follow me on social media at AJ Pinera on my Twitter and Instagram. Kahit wala naman ako pake. And yun. Magdasal lang kayo guys na sana dumating na yung WWE sa Netflix. So, gusto nyo talaga makapanood na sa Netflix. Pero ako kasi mamimiss ko yung library pag nawala na yung WWE sa Netflix. In favor of Netflix, by the way. Pero, that's it for today's episode of the Main Event Mark. We will talk about WWE on the next episode of the show. For now, stay safe and stay wrestle. Howdy ho! Adios.